Okay, now my husband escaped Germany, luckily, with the help of a woman in Germany called Resha Freyer, and she arranged for children to get out of Germany and escape. They had to leave Berlin. They crossed the Alps. It was very dangerous. It was snowing. It was winter. One of their friends accidentally fell over, and of course he was killed. And eventually they were hiding in Yugoslavia and Serbia, and eventually of course they were in hiding all the time, and Jewish families that were there helped. They couldn't believe why they were leaving Germany. They couldn't believe anybody would do anything to the Jews, but their turn came a lot later. So eventually they lived in hiding, as I told you, and then they had to sometimes search for food, and they would go into the markets and knock over the wagons that had the fruit and food, and then they would pick up the food that fell on the ground so they'd have something to eat. Then eventually their guides told them they have to get a train, and they got on the train that left for Greece, and then they went to Turkey, and they crossed the Bosporus, and they were finally getting into Palestine, and the British wouldn't let them in. So they went on a circuitous route and got in illegally in another route, and were taken into kibbutz, which were communal settlements, and he stayed in Palestine. It was before it became the state of Israel. Then he found out that his father was in Australia, so his father asked him to come on a visit. So he came on a visit to Australia to see his father. And when he was here, the War of Independence broke out in Israel, and Palestine then became Israel. And later on we went on visits together back to where his kibbutz were, to his relatives and friends that were in Israel. And but he ended up staying in Australia with me. And we have 3 children, and that's the story.